talking about guys getting into shape, which is absolutely essential. And remember, if you're already training, you're far less than 1% of the entire population. There's something in the brain that when you do something and everybody around you tends to do the same thing, you truly believe that everyone in society does that. Like I was in my late 30s, early 40s, because I had always been immersed in the fitness world, that I realized like not fitness or taking care of yourself is only a part of like a teeny tiny subset, less than 1% of the population. Because when we started building health clubs, it was like, well, what's the percentage of people that actually exercise? And it's far less than 1% of the total population in any given area. And yes, if you're in a small, affluent California seacoast town, or in Colorado, in Boulder, you're going to have more people who exercise. But if you're in Mississippi, you're going to have, believe it or not, more of the average, which is far less than 1% of people exercise. Most people are fat. The vast majority of people are fat. The vast majority of people do not ever think about exercise. It'll never cross their mind. And it's not something they want to do or be involved in. You, because you do it, you are an outlier. You are the one less than 1%. But the thing is that it won't get you pussy like game. Seeing thousands of in shape, good looking, and employed men in the gym on a Friday night, and Ajax talked about this last week, simply due to a lack of knowledge and practice in the art of seduction. Would-be poon slayers get stuck in a masterbutorium while pretty and willing girls go home alone and cry themselves to sleep. And I do remember, I was like maybe in my late 20s, early 30s, and I noticed, if I had to close the gym on a Friday or Saturday night, and this, everybody comes in 1 hour before close. So if we close at 10, everybody comes in at 9. If we close at midnight, everybody comes in at 11. And so I'd see all these dudes, there ain't no women in there, all these dudes. And I remember thinking one moment, I was like, they should all be out like having fun. And instead they're here, which they could come at any time. What is the one thing that's kind of common with them? They're all normal guys, but they all had a bit of shyness. And the shyness is what will cripple a man. Women can afford to be shy. Men cannot afford to be shy. You have to break that, or you're going to be on your own. And it doesn't serve you well, even in the workplace. It's interesting how many guys can like turn on the charm under most circumstances, but when it comes to women, they really get ganked up. But again, shyness, a lack of game, a lack of trying. It's not a lack of experience, but a lack of trying to build that experience just hamstrings so many men. So you get these guys that they have some place to be, which is the gym, but the gym alone will not get you girls or a wife or kids or happiness. A lot of these guys get stuck, and it's kind of like, being on a treadmill or like a hamster on a wheel. Thousands of in shape, good looking, and employed men in the gym on a Friday or Saturday night because they do not have the skills. And a lot of them, I don't think they even know that the skills can be learned, but those that do choose not to. They are too shy. Again, a lot of them are congenitally, behaviorally shy. It has nothing to do with how well they're built, the handsomeness of the face. That's their personality. So it's very difficult for them to meet people. And they don't have a lot of success with women because it tends to build on itself. So then it feeds on itself. But a lot of these guys are stuck in this. So if you catch yourself substituting the gym for experiencing, getting on the ground and meeting girls, you need to break that habit, because a lot of guys do kind of, console themselves by getting into better shape, But there's only so many weights that you can lift. There's only so many hours out of the day you can train, and you have time for a job or education and women in your life. So don't be in the gym in the evening on Fridays and Saturdays if you should be out meeting chicks.